Much. Today we are with a new video, NEBOSH IG1, element number first, video number 3, third video, a rule of enforcement agencies. Every country or every state have their health and safety rules and regulations. So what actually the enforcement agencies can take place the action against the violation. In Abu Dhabi, we have the health and safety system over here called the ADOSH SF system framework. This is the standard. Now, the competent authority who is responsible or who is overseeing the compliance is the ADPHC, Abu Dhabi Public Health. Before it was OSHAD, Abu Dhabi Occupational Health and Safety Center. But now it's the ADPHC, Abu Dhabi Public Health. They have developed the ADOSH SF version 4.0. And now they have different sectors, like they have 10 sectors. For this we will have another video if you want. And in different sectors, the inspectors from different sectors inspect and audit their relevant companies. Now, how enforcement and compliance, like how for the compliance we need some enforcement, because if there is no enforcement, then it is very difficult to implement the standard. The enactment of health and safety legislation does not guarantee compliance or effectiveness in preventing accidents and ill health. Therefore, enforcement may be necessary or may be required. Typical agencies to enforce law: enforcement agencies with the help of police, fire authorities, insurance companies. They can exert a considerable influence in raising standards, as they can refuse to provide insurance cover unless their standards are met. Enforcement authorities usually have a number of powers to deal with breach of legislation and any situations which they consider to be unsafe. These powers often result in enforcement action depending on the gravity of the non-compliance, such as informal or formal. Sometimes informal, also or formal. Rules of enforcement agencies, like when the people doing any inspection or audit, what actually they do: enter premises at any reasonable time, take a police officer or an authorized person if there is an obstruction in the execution of their duty. Because if they inspect any company, maybe there will be some obstructions, so they have also the authority to take with them the police officer. Examine and investigate, take photographs and measurements, sample or retain unsafe articles and substances. Order the testing, dismantling and examination, take possession of items, require answer to question with a signed statement if required. The representative of the organization where they inspect and copy document, order a medical examination, etc. if required. Action taken by an enforcement authority. What type of action they can take actually, the enforcement authority, or what authority they have had. Explain the action an enforcement authority might take if it finds that an employer is not fulfilling its responsibility, may they breach or violation. So what actually the action they can take? Issuing an enforcement notice. issuing illegal agreement that requires specific action by the employer to be taken, issues a notice that prohibit part or whole of an employer work activity. So they like suspend some activities, withdrawal of a license, issuing a formal caution, issuing a fixed penalty fine, initiate prosecution. Like the company or the organization, they are doing some activity and the risk is not mitigated. So they have the authority to suspend this particular activity. If you have any question regarding this topic of the action taken by the enforcement authorities or the rule responsibilities of the regulatory authority or the enforcement authorities, please give in your comments and we will reply to your comments. Thank you very much and we'll see you with the next